We are back on my couch to open up the letter I wrote myself on my birthday and to write a new one because it's the end of the year and that's kind of my tradition now. I've done these a couple times now, so we're gonna keep going with them.
You can't say you didn't see this coming. Finally got some inspiration right again.
I can't believe I actually saved the seal somehow. It didn't actually break, so it's quite nice. Let's actually read this. So, June 2023. Alright, dear future me. Today marks a new day. You've just done an update of the system you are responsible for and are writing this as you sit on the floor by your coffee table. Here are some expectations. Okay. Let's see if these expectations were true, right? So, you are still living where you are. I am. Still the same apartment. To be fully honest, probably still working for the same company no matter how much you would like to quit, maybe in a different position, but I am guessing not. A lot has changed. Yeah, nothing has changed. I am not in a different position at work. I am still at the same place, same position, doing the same things. And kind of like my letter explains, I would love to quit at some point and just kind of go creative life full time. But right now that is just not feasible. So I have talked about it a couple times with like different people on like how I could potentially approach this, but I haven't been able to actually realize it. So that's not happening anytime soon. Book-wise, I hope you've been able to get through revisions, maybe even get feedback. Well, I didn't finish my revisions for the book that I think I'm referring to here. So I think what I'm referring to here is my historical book. I keep calling it the historical book because that's just the easiest. I think I need to come up with a project name for this at some point. But I haven't actually gone through all the revisions, I don't think. I did one round where I just kind of read it and I noted stuff down and then I was starting revisions and I actually didn't continue doing that. So no. The answer is no, basically. My expectations that France was awesome. Well, past me. You didn't know that I was actually gonna break my foot a couple days after you wrote this. So yeah, France was good. It was different, but it wasn't the awesome I had hoped. Maybe are at 500 subs. Is that a crazy goal? A little bit. It's a little bit of a crazy goal because I'm definitely nowhere near that. I think I'm currently at 280 at the time of recording this. So that might change over, you know, the upcoming months or whatever. But at the time of recording this, definitely not hit that goal at all. I obviously hoped that I was going to grow more or, you know, somehow you always have that hope of like, you know, that it's going to happen. But it hasn't happened. I'm still very happy with the growth I've made so far this year because I think, you know, I think last year at this time I was at 100 subs at Christmas time. So the fact that I am currently almost, you know, like double the growth. So last year I grew 100 subs and then this year I've done almost 200 subs on like the growth part. So, you know, I think that's really great. So hopefully I can kind of keep that up, you know. The launch party for the anthology was amazing, hopefully. Yes, basically we did have a call that day and that call was amazing and we had a good time. Although on that same day I was having the Pass the Pen relay, which was also really good, but my oven broke that day, so it was good. It was definitely memorable. But yeah, there were some things that didn't really go as planned. But it definitely was a memorable day. That could be for sure. Let me see. How did the sales go? Any updates on that? Either way, congrats on being a published author now. It's still very strange to me that I am actually a published author. Like somehow it doesn't really click in my brain. Some people will say to me like, but you've published something this year. Like, you know, you should be proud of that. I'm like, oh yeah, I did. I always forget that that is something that happened. I don't know why I forgot. Maybe it was because you know, soon after I broke my foot, and then like my whole world revolved around that. And I went on holiday, and like ever since I was back, it's just been another roller coaster ride. And I think maybe that's why I wasn't really fully enjoying the fact that I was a published author. So I don't know what it is, but somehow it hasn't synced in. Sales wise, I did sell a couple copies through my website, which was really awesome. I was able to sign a couple copies for friends, and that was really nice because that way I can kind of just feel good and also sign it in person with them. So that was really fun. As for the sales through other channels, I am getting royalties from the book sales, so that's actually quite nice. Currently, the book sales are going to come in when we hit a threshold, because obviously it's not, you know, tons of money that I earn on royalties, but it's still something. And I think if I look back like 10 years from now and I'm still getting like maybe a royalty payment, who knows, it would still be very nice to kind of be like, oh yeah, that's cool. I remember writing that and stuff like that. I actually recently sold another copy to another colleague of mine at work, and he already read my story, and I've been getting positive feedback from my colleagues at work that read my story, so that is also very nice. But yeah, I'm very happy with how kind of that went. And to think that I am a published author now is really, really cool. But yeah, if you haven't actually read the anthology, or if you haven't gotten your own copy yet, feel free to order it through my website. My website is always linked down below, so you can always go check out where you can buy it. You can also purchase it on all the other platforms usually. You can also purchase it from the publisher. The publisher only sends out to the US and Canada. I do worldwide shipping, so you know, that's why the price difference is maybe a little bit different. So if you want it signed by me and you want an extra sticker in there, then feel free to order it through my website. All right, next page. I really enjoy reading this back because I've always forgotten what I've written at the point, and reading this back is like, oh, I was thinking about this at the time. That's funny. Now let's get some updates on things. Okay, books bought versus read. Is that video up? I would have to check my schedule by when this video goes up and when the books bought versus read video goes up, or books acquired versus read, because I have that planned. I haven't recorded it, but it does come out sometime around this video, so I don't know if it's before or after, but yes, I have that video planned. Don't worry about that. How is the channel? Pretty good. I would say, you know, I'm still doing it. I'm still enjoying it. We're getting somewhere with everything, I guess, and I enjoy kind of having more people join our community. So yeah, if you're one of them, then thank you for being here. If you haven't become part of our community by subscribing to my channel, then please consider doing so. It doesn't cost you anything, it's completely free, and it will definitely help out my channel and me personally, so thank you. High versus low. Ooh, I feel like this year has gotten a lot of lows, in my opinion. So I have had a lot of moments where I didn't feel awesome, and that probably has definitely showed in like my content and stuff that I was doing. It also showed in how little writing I got done throughout the year. Even though I got published, that was basically the only thing I really wrote next to the vampire story idea. And that was basically all I worked on this year, which is completely fine. I'm not trying to downplay whatever progress I did make, but yeah, I definitely didn't feel good for most of the year. I think part of it was just not feeling great mentally, and then part of it was also on top of that breaking my leg and just things not going the way that I had really thought they were gonna go, and just a lot of like things going on in the background that nobody really knows about, but that wasn't the most pleasant experiences. So a lot of things have happened, I feel, this year that weren't necessarily highs. As for highs this year, definitely getting published is one of them, and also finding love is one of them. That's definitely something that I look back on that is really nice, and that is gonna, you know, continue. So yeah, I think those are really highs, and also just meeting a lot of awesome people that I consider my friends, and just the kind of support from everyone has been really nice. So those are some of the highs for sure. Okay, so then it asked me any special highlights. Well, I've already shared that. Love, shared that. Then it asks about my weight. I don't necessarily love to talk about these things, but I feel like I have gained a little bit over the year, but recently I did lose a tiny bit, Not a lot, so it's not really mentionable, but I'm gonna try and just live more of a healthier lifestyle because I haven't really done that a lot. Like, I tend to just do a lot of really easy to cook meals, or like, you know, pre-cooked meals kind of thing. Like, not the microwavable ones, but still it's not the healthiest options. So I kind of want to be better at making healthier choices in my food so that at least that part is more healthy. We'll see what happens. Friends, any IRL meetups? So I haven't actually met up with any of my online friends. That is still on the plan. By the time this video comes out, I might have maybe potentially met one of them. If that is still gonna happen, it might happen just before Christmas. So depending on when this video goes up, maybe. I'm hopeful that that is happening. I don't know exactly if that is still on the planning, if we're still doing that. I'm gonna have to kind of see how all of it pans out, really, but that might be something. So I'm excited for that. Writing update on current projects. And what did I work on for Nano? Okay, so for Nano, I worked on the vampire book that I've talked about. For other projects, I think the only things that I worked on was the short story got published. I worked on revising, trying to at least, starting to revise my historical book, and then I worked on the vampire book. I didn't really work on anything else that's this year, so that was it. Are there any big plans in the making? Ooh, I think more so private plans than actual like author life plans. I don't have a ton of plans for those things. I think that also shows in my goals video that I recorded. That will be coming up sometime soon, so no need to worry. You will be seeing that in the future. But I think I don't have tons of big plans, really. I don't have anything that's like secret projects or things that I'm thinking about doing. Like, I haven't really thought about anything big, really. So more so the private life stuff that are, you know, some plans that I'm not going to share, but there are some plans definitely in the private life stuff. Have you booked our trip to Australia? Yes. At the time of recording this video, definitely. I have it all booked. I have it all ready. I've actually started packing. So definitely on the way to going to Australia soon. I'm very excited. At the time of this going live, I haven't actually left, but I am trying to prep as much as I can. So recording videos earlier so that I can actually have my time off. I will say, I know that in the goals video of the goals for 2024, which is coming up after this video goes live, so I recorded that in the different order. So I've recorded my goals already, but I didn't do this yet. So in that goals video, I basically said that I wasn't sure if I was gonna do one video a week or not. I want to say that that is definitely happening in January and in February. So those months I'm just gonna do one video a week, and then we'll see what happens after that and how kind of the year continues. I basically wanted to do more focus on writing and just putting myself through less stress with trying to do all of these things, and just kind of have my focus a little bit more back on writing and stuff. So no need to worry, my channel's still gonna exist. I'm just gonna switch back to one video a week instead of two, although I've been doing that for most of my YouTube lifetime. I'm gonna go back to my very original month of YouTube where I did one video a week for the first couple ones. So that's what we're getting back to. It's still gonna be me, it's still gonna be my content, and you might get additional videos if I have tons of footage, but so far I can't promise anything. I think I can stick to one video a week and I can promise that, but I can't make promises about other content at the moment. But yeah, you will see more in that goals video where I talk about that. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that I made a decision, and this is happening. Is there any other travel plans or anything that is on the planning? Yes, I basically am going to Germany for a week with my boyfriend as well, which is in the planning. Other than that, I don't think we have official plans for next year yet. So nothing major in the planning so far. Germany and Australia are, I think, the upcoming trips, and then we'll see what happens after that. Bullet journal update. I don't know what I meant with that. Maybe if I was still using my bullet journal. I am still bullet journaling. I have set up spreads for, the months. So I've set up spreads for December recently, and we'll see if I set up my January. Probably not, because I'll be gone for January, but we'll probably set up, February at some point, or maybe I'll start in March, because February is going to be kind of a transition month again back into everything. But there's definitely going to be more bullet journals in the future. I have my bullet journals on the way. I actually have a package that's supposed to arrive sometime next week, so yeah. Any gear updates? Oh, I haven't actually gotten any gear updates, I don't think. I've ordered more memory cards for my camera because I keep running out of space on them before I've actually edited the videos, and it scares me to delete my footage before I've edited the video because I'm scared to delete it from my hard drive. But I've done that, so that is like gear related. Other than that, I have purchased a desk mat and a sound bar for my desk, so that is technically like a gear update. But as for like this, not really. So yeah. Let me see, any new projects or hobbies? I don't think there's any new ones. I think I'm more so just kind of coming back to what I previously enjoyed doing. So I'm using my Switch more often now again, and just kind of getting back into the groove of doing that. So like playing video games is something that I really enjoy, but I don't do it enough. As for other hobbies, I haven't actually like done tons. I have a diamond painting that I started after the holiday that I had in France, but I haven't actually continued that. So definitely some things that I want to keep doing, but I haven't actually done. I recently did get into kind of like building stuff a little bit, and not like building stuff, but just kind of more so the, pre-made packages that you just put together yourself. Kind of like Legos, but also just in general, like, other things. So my boyfriend and I are actually currently working on a kind of set piece thing that's in a glass that, is just very tiny, and it's kind of nice. It's a nice project. So we're doing that, and that is something that is kind of fun. So we'll see if we order more in the future, but yeah. Currently reading. I'm currently reading nothing. I have tons of books that I'm in the middle of that I've started reading, but nothing has been finished. And also I'm currently not reading anything. I've been very bad at continuing reading after my holiday. So yeah, I haven't actually been reading anything. Biggest hopes and dreams for 2024. Feels weird writing that. I don't really know biggest hopes and dreams. I think in general, just having a good balance of everything is something that I hope for. So a good kind of work-life balance, but also author work and relaxing time balance, because I can really dive deep into work mode and then not relax enough. But now with my boyfriend, being a factor in my life, I do a lot of relaxing, and I sometimes fear that I'm not doing enough work. So I think I just need to find a better balance of everything, which is something that I've been struggling with for a really long time. So I think that is maybe my biggest hope and dream. I do have more hopes and dreams, but I think we'll just keep that private for now. How's therapy been going? Are we still going? Yes, we're still going, and it's been going very well. I've been really kind of enjoying going there, so it's really helped, I think, so far already. It definitely gives me more insight into how my brain works, or kind of why I have certain reactions or certain thoughts. So it's nice. I'm happy with going there. Am I in general happier than at the start of 2023? And then it says, I hope so. Yes. I think in general, I have been happier in the last half of 2023. And I think part of that is to do with my boyfriend, but also part of that is just me kind of letting go of a lot of things and just kind of accepting the way that it comes, and just a more positive outlook on things. I think I've been trying to be more positive in this last half of the year. So what did I end up signing the books with? Oh yeah, so when I was writing this, I was really trying to figure out what my, pen of choice or marker of choice was gonna be for signing my books. I ended up going with a purple pen. So that's what I use to sign the books. Yeah. I hope the second half has treated me well, and that I am in good health. So is my family. Yes, I am in good health. A funny thing though, that literally a couple days after I wrote this, I broke my foot, but you know, sure. I am in good health though. I haven't gotten anything that's, you know, weird. I did get my tonsil infection as well, you know, but whatever. We're good. We're in good health right now. My family also, so I'm happy with that. Here's to another 6 months gone. Another year comes into a close. Yeah, let's make 2024 a good one. Lots of love past me, us, you. I hope as you reflect on the past 6 months, you see how much you achieved and done. Be proud of yourself. You always keep fighting, the tattoo reference, and you've got this. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I actually have always keep fighting on my wrist tattooed, and that's kind of like my reminder to myself to just keep going, to not give up, and to kind of, you know, fight my battles, and that's more so like my internal battles, right? Like not, you know, keep going with like crazy work life or stuff, but yeah, I do want to just continue and make sure that I don't give up on that stuff. So yeah, and that's a little letter. Definitely a lot to reflect on with that. And now it's also time to actually start writing a new letter. So usually what I write in these letters are things that I am wondering about when, you know, it's my birthday next, to kind of say, okay, is this still happening? Is this still happening? Have I actually done this? Or stuff like that. And then I tend to also reflect on, hey, I hope that this happened, or kind of see what maybe I wish would happen at the time, and then I can reflect back on it. I also tend to kind of say, like, you know, little positive reminders to myself on, I'm doing a good job, I'm proud of you, stuff like that. And that way, when I read this back, I can kind of look back at it with a positive mindset, and it might give me that little positive note that I need at the time. It's also crazy to think that by the time I open this, I'm gonna be 30. Like, I know that that is not a big deal, but somehow reaching 30 is like, seems like such a big milestone thing. So we'll see how that's gonna turn out by the time I reach 30. I think nothing really major is gonna change, but we'll see how things go. Hopefully by the time I open this, I will have more updates for you on some of the things that are in here that are my hopes and dreams that I definitely don't necessarily want to disclose at the moment, but we might disclose them at the time of opening this letter, because then some of the stuff might have already become a thing, depending on how things go, which is very vague, but you will find out at some point again. And with that, this video comes to a close. If you've enjoyed watching me read my letter and write a new one to myself, then please consider leaving a like down below so that I know that I can continue doing these things and that you guys will enjoy it. If you have something that you want to share down below in the comments, if you're, for example, doing this yourself, or if you have considered doing this, if you're wondering what I usually write in these things, or if you just want to share something, then definitely leave something down below. I try to reply to all of my comments. I know that it might be a little bit more of a delayed reply in the upcoming few weeks, but I do tend to reply to all of my comments, so even if I get to them late, I will be replying. And with that, I hope you have an awesome day, that you have an awesome, you know, holiday period, and that hopefully 2024 is off to a good start for you. And let's see what 2024 is going to bring us, yeah? All right, I hope to see you in my next videos. So with that, this video comes to a close. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving it a thumbs up and all of the things.